What is up, everyone? Good morning to anyone who's awake. Sunday morning, 9:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, January 24th, 2021. How's everyone's 2021 going so far? I hope pretty good. Today we got a matchup between Bills and Chiefs, AFC Championship game. Should be an interesting game. We've got injury related. There's only one injury that I've managed to find. So on the injury report, the Chiefs were the only team that had a person officially listed as out, and that was Willie Gay Jr., they're one of their linebackers. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get this game started. So this game's in Kansas City. It says, let's see, so obviously 15-minute quarters. This is a 6:40 game and overcast. Let's go. Let's go.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL
Oh, hang on, Whitey.
on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
This bum. Right. I didn't do bets. There's no one here to bet. So there's no point.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
So I had too much to drink. Like I made a huge mistake. I guess I wasn't really thinking about it, and I kind of like screwed up my diet, I guess, if you will. No, I upset my stomach like real bad last night. Yeah, it wasn't good. No, not a hangover. Nothing like that. Just tired because so yesterday because I mistakenly thought that one of the championship games was yesterday. So I had made pizza rolls and taquitos to eat at around like 2:30 or yeah, it was about 2:30, and then I was like, oh crap, and I realized that there was no games yesterday, so I was like, well, I might as well eat now. So then I ate my I ate a bunch of pizza rolls and taquitos and drank like 2 Angry Orchards. And then like Melinda texted me and she's like, you want to go out to grab a drink? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. So then we went to B-Dubs, and by the time we got there, like my stomach was starting to feel like sick. But I ordered a tall Angry Orchard when I was there. And so I was like drinking it real slow.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
I'm gonna delete your comment. What? But yeah, so I had a tall Angry Orchard, and I was like drinking it. We were sitting there just talking the whole time, and like I was nursing that thing like a baby. And she even pointed it out, and because I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm like she didn't realize I already ate it, or I already ate food. All right, first down for Buffalo on the first third down of the game.
16 yards there.
I believe.
The Bills have a first down.
So I told her, I was like, yeah, I ate, and she's like, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, well, because like we came here for you, so you could talk and stuff. Like she's been like, she was actually, I hadn't seen her in like since Tuesday. So like I kept texting, like we were texting a lot back and forth yesterday, and then she was like, so for her to say like, you said you were gonna chop something off and feed it to him. Oh God. Okay. Oh, Allen's gonna run and slides for no yards. 3. Okay. So I told her, I was like, yeah, this is more for you than it was for me. You know, I wasn't. I'm like, I don't have to eat. I'm like, I drank. Guess what? I got a beer. And I was like, but literally as soon as we walked in the B-dubs, like, or we're on our way there, my stomach was starting to feel like sick. And then when I was sitting there drinking, it still kind of felt a little sick. And then, but then as we sat there longer and longer and we're talking, then like my stomach was feeling better, so I was able to drink my beer. Fine. I came home, and then we came back. We went to her house, talked for a little bit longer. Then I came home eventually, and then drank like a couple more Angry Orchards, and then I made like some more taquitos because I'm like, well, I'm kind of hungry because I didn't eat. I ate at like 3, and then it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. So I was like, well, I could make like a few more and just have enough just to like keep me full. And like that was a huge mistake because I did that with like 2 Angry Orchards, and then like
from the 36, Allen is going to hit his man out of the
around, I think it was like, I went to bed at like 10. Yeah, so I went to try to watch the fight, and then something happened. I didn't get to watch it because like something I was watching, it just like stopped working all of a sudden. So I was just like, you know what, it kept having issues the whole time, and I'm just like, forget it, it's not even worth it. Like I just couldn't. I was getting so frustrated. Oh, short of the first. But they are in field goal range.
He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation.
So I didn't really look at who won or lost or anything like that. I'm planning on figuring out a way to get a hold of that today. But so I went to bed at like 10:30 or something, and then I ended up waking up around like 1 or 2, and my stomach, oh man, like the acid reflux was so bad. Like I felt it bubbling up. Oh God, they're going for it on 4th and 1. What? You crazy, Wendy. Oh my God, and you're throwing it. Caught. Oh, they got the first down. Wow. All right. So. Yeah, so in my stomach, I had that bubbling up feeling. I felt like I was going to start. I felt like I was going to puke, man. It was just like, oh, it was really, really bad. So then I had to hurry up and run downstairs to the bathroom and get 4 Tums. Ate 4 of those, drank like about a cup of water. Caught and sort of the first down, but, you know, on first down, 9 yards. But after I took those Tums and drank some water, then I had to stay up for like an hour because, I had to settle my stomach. So then I was up till like 3, then I went back to bed. And of course, like, if you ever wake up in the middle of the night and stay up for long like that, then, you know, your sleep's kind of ruined. So I felt like I know I slept last night. Oh, that was a good run. I know I slept well last night, but, well, I shouldn't say that. I know I slept last night, but I didn't sleep well because of that interrupted sleep. But yeah, ugh, I hated that. I hated that feeling. That is like the worst. I can feel that acid coming up. Oh, Singletary. Oh, what the? Okay, that was weird. So I had another one of the unfiltered yesterday, I think, or it was the day before, whatever the heck it was. Like, it wasn't as good as the first one I had. Like, I felt like the first one I had was better, but it's, again, unfiltered is basically all it does is it's hazier and it's less sweet. It's got less sugar in it. That's really the only difference. Other than that, it's like literally this. It's the same thing. It just has less sugar. I mean, it's fine, but like, but for whatever reason, the second time I had it, like, it wasn't as good as the first. Whoa, overthrown, incomplete. The only reason I had them is because I had to buy that variety pack. They have a kind with pear in it. The pear is not bad. I mean, it's not the original, so I mean, it's not great, but it's, no, it doesn't taste more like alcohol. It just tastes like Angry Orchard, but with less sugar. Throw, slant, touchdown, Buffalo. So their 4th and 1 gamble makes the drive worth it as they get the first touchdown, first points of the game with a 75-yard drive to score.
That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
And the kick is up, and it is good.
7-0 Buffalo. That one was an extended drive.
73 yards.
Plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
When is Ohio going to legalize sports betting? What do you mean? I thought it was already legal here. They have freaking casinos here in Ohio. So gambling's already technically legal. I mean, that was a huge thing when that happened for the state.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And now after that crazy night, I wake up this morning and then I start drinking coffee, which is about the absolute worst thing I could do. But then I feel so tired. I'm like, I just want some caffeine in my body.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
Can he harness that big arm?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He should be a chef. Why is that?
Set up to throw from the gun. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Make fire breakfast. What wouldn't it be hot? Too hot to eat? You know, actually, after I'm done with streaming this morning, I'm probably gonna make some steak and eggs for breakfast today. That is a fire, quote-unquote, fire breakfast.
Still second down.
We doing watch-alongs? Maybe. Maybe. So I'm trying to get Melinda to watch that Borat movie today. I did say to watch it before the games, and she's on call.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh my God! Almost that could have almost been picked. I think they got the first there though.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
What's a watch along? Where you watch things together?
Or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
But yeah, I texted her last night. Actually, yeah, I texted her last night and said like, hey, we should watch that movie because I think it'll help you laugh a little bit. I mean, she's kind of going through some things in her head right now. So, and she's like, well, I'm getting tired of doing the same 2 things every day. And I'm like, well, you bum, like you didn't let me come over at all for like several days. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, but I just needed to get out. I'm like, we could have done that too. You know, I'm like, you just gotta say what you want to do, man. Like, you know me, like I'll do whatever the hell you want. Like, I got you, boo. It's like I got you. You know, I'm like, you should know that shit by now. You don't even need to like ask. Oh, they short of the first by a yard. That's not an inches situation. That's a full yard.
Maybe by about a yard, if that. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
You feel like that's a rivalry now? Yeah, probably. I mean,
on 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
well, it'll be interesting to see once they get like their new guys playing. Oh, shitty punt too. He shanked that. That was like a 20-yard punt. All right, so Kansas City punts on 4th and 1 instead of being ballsy like Buffalo and go for it.
Bills out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine
I'm still waiting for that girl to message me back about Wednesday.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So, I mean, it seems like it's going to be Wednesday. Oh, man, if he would have just broke one more tackle right there, he was gone. He would have been gone. He just had one dude to beat, that lineman.
It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What's CEH? Yeah, they were previewing that on the after the game yesterday. They were talking about how I think it was like their former GM is in Florida now or something like that. So they were talking about how their GM brought in like Alexander Wenberg and like one more former Blue Jackets player. They brought them in, so they've got Bob and those other 2. So they're like, oh, these guys will be familiar with each other. And oh man, Beasley just punched that dude. Said, give me that first down, boy. So Beasley imposing his will here early on.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the
Look at that. He's like, bah, get out of here.
Make sure you know where he is, 'cause he understands
Whitey, look
how
at
to
that.
get
That's
open
Whitey
in key
V2 right there.
situations.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
You should have seen Melinda yesterday at B-Dubs. This guy, she was being Melinda, but like, that's just her, and I accept that. It was semi-funny, but then it was semi kind of like, okay, like, I even was telling her, I was like, dude, like, calm down. This manager, was at a table. Oh, caught, and another first down for Buffalo. Damn. This manager was at a table. He was cleaning off the table, and he was using one of their carry-out bags that has like the logo and everything on it as for trash. And Melinda saw, that was like right next to us, and Melinda saw him do it. She's like, wow. She's like, look at him over here, no fucks given. I was like, and she literally saying that to him. She's like, look at him over. Oh, Allen fumbles. Oh no, recovered by Kansas City. And
think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot.
Really, Allen's not used to running the football a lot. I don't know. I feel like he is, right? I mean, maybe relatively speaking, he's not. But anyway, so she's like, yeah, look at him over here, no fucks given. And then she was like, and then he was like looking, and he didn't really say anything. And she's like, wow. She's like, I can't believe you're using your I can't believe you're using like your carry-out bag with like your logo and stuff, the more expensive one, to clean stuff up. She's like, don't you have like regular garbage bags? I'm just like, wow, dude. Like, and he was just like, he's like, well, hey, he's like, it's gonna get thrown out anyway or something like that. She's like, come on, she's like, you got to think about the environment and all this stuff. And I was just like, and she's like, wow, thank God this isn't my business. She's like, because they're just wasting money and shit. And I'm just like sitting there like, okay, like I was listening, but I wasn't like staring at him when she was. And he just kind of like was just like, all right, dude. Like, he didn't say anything. He just kind of walked away. Like, he hurried up and just ran away basically. And I was like, dude, I'm like, leave the guy alone. I'm like, look, I'm like, he may not be the best, but I'm like, they're better. He's certainly better than the other managers they used to have here. So I'm like, you know what? We have to give him that much. It's better than what they had. That's not a big deal. Well, I mean, her opinion it is because one, the bags they have for carry out are thicker plastic, as opposed to like their regular trash bags are, you know, much more thin. So I mean, I mean, she's very eco-friendly. Or environment friendly, so she's like, you know, use the smaller plastic bags. Why you gotta use the big ones? And then you're wasting company money because those are the ones you print your logo on and crap, where you have just the generic ones that don't have, you know, just regular trash bags. I mean, she's like, look, she's the one who's like, she told me the other day, so she was feeling sick earlier in the week. She said she threw up twice, like in the morning or something. And then she's like, oh, I've done something I've never done before because I always thought it was like the worst thing. Mahomes is going to run. Oh, and he got the first, it looks like. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I went and sat in the shower for a little bit and just took a hot shower, and I felt a lot better. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of like one of those like grandma recipe kind of things, you know. It's like, go stand in the hot shower and that'll make you feel better. And she's just like, yeah, I could never do that because you're just wasting water. Like, she doesn't like, if you go to wash dishes, like especially if you do it at her house, like I tried to wash dishes before, she's like, you don't have to run the water that too long, like just enough to rinse it off and whatever. Grandma, I do that every hour. No, I mean, like, have you ever heard of like you know, things that grandma would do, like basically like things that would be considered
we saw it right there, but you get the sense when he takes off, every Chiefs fan is just saying, hey, be careful.
You get the sense
Things that would be considered like, not like, I want to say holistic, but sort of that path. Like, you know, hey, just eat chicken noodle soup and you'll feel better kind of stuff.
For him, when he decides to keep it and run because of respect for his arm. He throws it so well and so
Yeah, I remember my my boss at, like, a former boss of mine, when I first was diagnosed with acid reflux, she said something like that. Like, she was like, oh, you just need to, you know, just, she's like, you probably just need, like, some grandma recipes or something like that, whatever she said, like, to make you feel better. I'm like thinking, like, you don't even know.
Made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, but I'm kind of excited for Wednesday. I hope this girl's kind of cute. I know what she looks like. I mean, she does look cute. So we just have to see. You know, things are different in person. I feel like people certainly look a lot better than in person. Like, photos don't tend to necessarily do too many people that much justice. But we shall see. Well, you got to get it right. You got to use like Borat does when he said McDonald. He's McDonald Trump.
The quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch.
Oh, nice defense there. Bats the ball away. And a 4th and 2 now. This is a big decision for Kansas City. Do you go for it or do you kick the field goal? So, Whitey, how do you feel about Joe Biden getting rid of Donald Trump's Diet Coke button in the Oval Office? Dude, that is the most absurd thing. If that's true, that is the most absurd thing. That means that dude had to be so unhealthy. Which I guess isn't surprising because of who he is. But, like, the fact that you had a Diet Coke button in your office, I mean, that means you drink a lot of Coke, like, or a lot of pop. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's diet. Diet pop is just as bad for you as regular pop. It just doesn't have all the sugar. But it's still bad for you. In fact, I mean, I think some diet pops are actually worse than their regular versions. Like Mountain Dew, I think, is actually supposed to be worse. Diet Mountain Dew is supposed to be worse than regular Mountain Dew or something crazy like that. Actually, I think Mountain Dew in general is just bad for you, though. It wasn't just for Diet Coke, it was a servant button in general. He just used it mostly for Diet Coke. It was a servant button. He had butlers at the White House. That's what you're telling me. Mr. Belvedere. God, no one would even know who the hell that is. Mr. Belvedere, I need someone to come take care of Ivanka for me. Yeah, Diet Coke is so nasty. I mean, it's all Diet Pop is nasty. Allen back to pass looking. There's only a 3-man rush for some reason. Oh man, I don't know if it was a sack. No, he got back to the line of scrimmage, so no sack there. They called it a sack. I heard they just sounded like they just called it a sack, but he got back to the line of scrimmage, so shouldn't be a sack. Yeah, the only Diet Pop I've ever had that wasn't disgusting was Diet Sierra Mist. Back when it was called Sierra Mist. I don't know what the hell it's called anymore. Maybe it still is. I have no idea. Or just Mist. Something. It's from Pepsi. It's a Pepsi product. The regular version was good. It's basically like the alternative. It was like an alternative to like 7-Up and Sprite, basically. But then they had a version of that without all the sugar. It was actually pretty good. But that's probably the only pop I've ever had that. Ew, root beer. Ugh. Root beer is zero sugar. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a huge fan of root beer. I don't know why. I just not. Root beer just tastes nasty to me. Oh, you had Sarah Miss the other day. It's the same name? Wow, okay. I felt like they changed it, though. I felt like they had changed the name of it at some point. Chiefs sent a blitz, it looks like. I'm not sure. Oh, overthrown, incomplete. Wow, 3-and-out for Buffalo there.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's missed twist now. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they changed it to something different. I'm not sure why it was Sierra missed. Like what? What's the point of Sierra? Is that like supposed to remind you of like the desert or something? Desert mist.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
He sat back and like let him return it.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can.
I may have to take more.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs.
I'm probably gonna end up having to take more. Oh, down goes Mahomes. Down goes Mahomes. A free blitzer. Damn. No one. The halfback missed that block. That was terrible. You're gonna get him concussed again, guys. Don't do it. Yeah. Yeah, I may have to take more Tums today because oh my god, like my stomach is just like. What are you doing, Le'Veon Bell? You bum ass. Missing the block. He's like, I'm actually a Steelers implant here. He's like, I'm here to try to ruin it for Kansas City.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
You swear it said Sierra Mist. Maybe have one Sierra Mist bottles. Have some Sierra Mist bottles out there, but they started using Mist Twist. No, I feel like that was a long time ago though that it was the name was changed. It wasn't like just like within the last like year or a couple of days or something like that. Oh, Mahomes is gonna run and short of the first, so it looks like Kansas City's gonna have to punt back. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to you just being stupid. No, no, I'm telling you, dude, that name has been changed for a long time. Like I don't drink pop, so I don't honestly like I just remember seeing that the name had changed like a long time ago. But I don't buy pop that much at all, like at all. Like occasionally I go on a binge where I'll like be like, oh, but when I do buy pop, it ends up being ginger ale. So I don't buy Coke, I don't buy Pepsi, I don't buy. In 2016, look at that, it was 5 years ago, man. I still be seeing Sierra Mist. Oh my god, I don't know, man. I think you're going crazy. You're gonna go to the store later and look. All right, we'll get a picture. Put it in Discord.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles. So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes.
They have both bottles? The heck? Why?
Involved here on this drive, maybe. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17.
What the hell's the point in that? Now you're just confusing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win,
confusing people.
Offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly,
you went in Discord yesterday. I don't know anyone's name up in that joint.
It's still open for the coordinator.
Well,
the last run got 3. Now here's second.
I mean, once you start talking, then you'll know. Just ask people.
To throw,
oh, Allen. What the heck? Okay, down goes Allen, down goes Allen. I'm not really sure what the hell happened there. He was trying to escape the pocket, but then, like, he kind of, like, ran into his own guy. Kind of, like, I'm not really sure what happened there. That didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Look, he just, what the, he, like, ran into his own guy, and then somehow they ended up collapsing on him. Okay, that makes no sense. How did he tackle him through the guy? Look. But yeah, like, cranberry ginger ale is the best. Like, hands down, like, if I buy pop, it's cranberry ginger ale. Or the lemonade ginger ale. Lemonade ginger ale, I'd say, is a good second best. Allen looking again. Oh, he escapes the pocket this time. What the hell? How did he fumble again? Oh, my God. Come on, dude. What is this game doing? Why does Allen keep fumbling? Want a Sprite cranberry? No. Ginger ale is better because ginger ale is intended to be, again, that's one of those grandma recipe kind of things. Ginger ale is calming on the stomach. So that's usually why if I get pop, it's ginger ale, just because, if anything, you should almost always have ginger ale in the house, because if your stomach feels upset, then drink some ginger ale and you'll be fine. Ginger ale and chicken noodle soup, and you're good. That's the grandma recipes right there. That's all you need in life. Ginger ale and chicken noodle soup. You know, I feel like making, I've been wanting to make it, but I'm not sure, Mahomes with the 360 no scope right there, sort of. I feel like making like some beef soup or something like that. Like just buy a bunch of beef broth and then chop up like some celery, some carrots. But I'm not sure what else I put in there. You put some onions in there for sure. Probably like some sweet onions or something like that. Or white onions. What else do you put in soup? I'm trying to forget. Oh, of course you got to put some chicken or some beef in there or some chicken.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The fumbles in the game is kind of ridiculous. Well, yeah, I mean it's. So Allen's had 2 fumbles and they've both been like just weird. Like, you know, I don't feel like, you know, he fumbled that much on back-to-back drives. Like that was consecutive drives for Buffalo that he fumbled the ball away. I think something like that. Either way, he's fumbled twice, so
2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's fumbled twice.
Now a carry.
Damn.
And again, this Buffalo defense.
So, is Edwards back?
Behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else.
Shut up.
In order to try and
Shut
get
up,
this running
Cat.
game going.
Shut the F up, fool. Dude, what is up with this? Dude, PayPal is really annoying. They really annoy me.
Would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down.
Mahomes throws, caught, touchdown, Kansas City. Yeah, so that's kind of lame though. Like,
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
I was just gonna say that's kind of lame that you know that fumble that let them get took you 3 minutes to figure out how to spell ridiculous. What?
And it's through.
That's kind of interesting.
10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
All right, so Kansas City takes a 3-point lead after scoring a touchdown off of the Josh Allen fumble. Seems like the Chiefs are never actually on the goal line. They're always at least 5 yards out.
Now after the touchdown,
Maybe they prefer it that way.
This will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not
Maybe
to
they
bring this
prefer
one
it that
out.
way. Home skillet.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half.
Oh my gosh.
Bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Play action from Allen. He's looking, throws, caught. Beasley. Beasley's been the star of the game for Buffalo, man.
Play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23
Yeah, he's got
yards
almost
of
half of Josh Allen's passing yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock
What
in on
the,
any
what
one
are you
guy.
saying? Oh my
Make sure you
god,
keep your
dude.
eyes moving, scan the field,
This
and
dude
here
just
he
said home
finds the
skill.
open guy.
Dude, come on. Oh my god. See, this, you guys are not products of the 90s. So that's like something that, instead of saying like homie or something like that, people used to say home skillet.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield.
I think it's more of a white person thing though, for sure.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that.
And I know I'm not just making that up, because I've said that to Melinda before. She's like, "Oh my god, it's been a while since I heard that." Like, that's the thing. It just.
And they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, Allen with the keeper. Don't fumble again. Wow, he didn't fumble that time.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk
So I feel like out of the 5
responsibilities,
times he's
we're
scrambled,
talking
he's
about
fumbled
what the quarterback
twice.
has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a
All right, so
short
3rd
gain.
down and
Did it to
1.
perfection.
So Buffalo hasn't scored since their opening drive, where they had to go for it on 4th. He sat down on the route. There you go. First down for Buffalo. Yeah, he didn't stop for some reason though. Like, he didn't sit down on the. He didn't sit down there. He just kind of kept. He sat down, but kind of kept running. So it ended up being more like a streak route than it was like a. Like, look, see, he just kind of kept like running. I don't. It was a little weird, but okay.
So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice.
He didn't sit down in that zone
right there, and they pick up the first down.
like he was supposed to. Seemingly. All right, Allen back to pass. He's looking. He scans. He throws. And Beasley again for several yards. Beasley coming up clutch in this championship game for Buffalo.
The slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Where's Diggs? I don't know. You tell me. Looks like he's down there. I see him. He's the only black guy on the field. Oh, I take that back. Oh, he reached out. He may have gotten the first there. Yes, he did. Damn, Singletary. So Diggs and Singletary, the only black dudes out on the field for Buffalo.
Watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Oh, maybe their right tackle is also black too. So there's Diggs, right? There he is. See, you asked. Josh Allen's black.
He'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incomplete.
Really? How many black guys do you know with the name Josh? Actually, you know what? I know one. So never mind. But still, like, how many black people do you know named Josh? How many black people do you know with the last name Allen? A lot. How many black people know with the last name Allen? No. There's not that many. It's either like Johnson or Brown like Washington. You know, there's some yeah, but those just happen to be football players. I'm saying generally speaking, like there's not that many, like.
He was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do.
And Ray Allen, yeah, from
because you get the completion, and what you're
basketball.
Is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the
Muhammad.
first down.
No,
In
that's
case, it didn't happen.
Allen. Really? Do you actually know someone named Allen?
Pass out for the Bills field goal.
Is that like Philly? Is that like Cleveland? As Troy Aikman said. What an idiot. I don't know, dude. I don't know about who wins. I mean, hopefully, just because I don't want it to be Tampa Bay. Hopefully, Green Bay wins their game, and then hopefully, see, and I don't know. Like for this game, it's kind of like for Trey's sake. Like I kind of pull for Buffalo, but like I don't know. You know, I don't know if Buffalo can do it, man. Like. And I already said I said yesterday, I kind of went through my whole thing about like I kind of went through my whole spiel about how it would be unique and interesting for a Kansas City repeat. But if they repeat, then like I don't want to see them anymore, like, or at least not for a little while. Like that's gonna get old. So we don't need another New England situation. We need some variety. So if they end up going to the Super Bowl again this year and winning, hey, what a great story. He came back. Plus, I feel like it's a good makeup for Andy Reid and all his attempts to go to the Super Bowl and win and end up losing with his teams in Philly. You know, so like if he got another ring, like I wouldn't mind it for Andy Reid's sake. But after that, then it's like, okay, you're done. Like, it's someone else's turn. Like, we're done with that.
He'll give this to Bell.
Like, I'm sure it'll be in the playoffs for years to come, possibly, but no, not in the Super Bowl, though. Yeah, they can run the West all they want. I mean, but you know, Andy Reid's gonna have to retire at some point. I mean, maybe he's not on the cusp of retirement, but I feel like he's got to be close, right? I mean, he's old. The dude's been in the league for a long time, so I'm not saying I hope he does. I'm just saying that, like, you know, age is a factor. I mean, and plus he's eating all those cheeseburgers and shit, so that dude is like, his life expectancy cannot be very high. Since he's for as big as he is, and for as much as it sounds like he eats, or the type of food that he eats and all that kind of stuff, like, you're not going to live life very long eating like that. Yeah, the AFC West was the former AFC East now.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding.
So Kansas City is going to have the New England schedule for
really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The next handful of years, possibly.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
I mean, if he did, but I don't think he. I mean, I hadn't heard any rumors that he was going to plan on stepping down or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I don't mind that they go back to back. But like, I don't want to keep seeing that personally. I want to see like other teams get in there. You know, it's not exciting to see. It's not exciting to see one team have a stranglehold over. Oh, what a defensive play! A stranglehold over the league. There's nothing interesting about that. There's certain things that can happen that make certain things exciting. Like again, like the Browns need to win a Super Bowl. If they won back-to-back, like, you know, like that definitely tell the other teams to get good. Well, I mean, they are.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And a methodical drive last time.
So John Gruden is like, what? He's 3 years. Isn't John Gruden like 3 seasons into his 10-year contract right now with the Raiders? And what have the Raiders done? I thought that was supposed to be like their big thing, but I feel like the best they've done is gone 500 with John Gruden. I don't think have they had a winning season with John Gruden so far.
They just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
I feel like no. And they got that for 7 more years. And you got Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. Like, what the hell are the Raiders gonna do, Mike? You know, you trade, and again, like they traded away what's his name, and Chicago's been in the playoffs twice since then. Oakland, you know, Raiders can't even get past 500. So, who did that trade work out good for? Definitely not the Raiders. Well, yeah, the Bills need to win one too. That's fine, but yeah.
From the gun, it's Allen.
I feel like there would have been a. Well, I feel like the hype is about as equal, maybe, but I felt like maybe there may be slightly more hype if it was the Browns and the Bills in this game. Like that would have been such a cool story. Maybe Stafford ends up in Vegas. God, I don't know, dude. Like, if I'm him, I'm looking for like the best possible place I can go that's not gonna be like Detroit. I don't think Vegas is. I don't know that that's necessarily a good option for him. But then where do you really go? You know, he could go to Indy if they would be interested, but like with Rivers retiring, but it's just like, but Stafford can't have that many more years in him, right? I mean, the dude's old. I don't even know how old he is, but he's been around forever, so it seems almost like 20 years. But the Colts obviously have a playoff caliber team with the right quarterback, so if he's good enough, you know, maybe the Colts could sign him to a 1-year contract while they figure out their QB situation, or try to figure out if Andrew Luck's coming back.
Now as they get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Wait, what? You're saying Indy? Hold on. You're saying Indy would be comparable to Detroit? That's definitely not true. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Indy obviously, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they obviously have a playoff team, so I mean, like, you know, they just need to throw in a QB that can throw and is better than Phillip Rivers. I don't know that I'd care too much. Like, I didn't want Phillip Rivers taking them anywhere. If it was Stafford, I mean, I think I'd be okay with that. I'd rather it be Andrew Luck. But, I mean, who knows if he's ever actually going to come back. I mean, not that he necessarily said that he would, but, like, but the fact that there were rumors that, you know, he was maybe just stepping away to let, like, himself heal up and all that kind of stuff, like. But that would be a cool story, though, if the dude did end up coming back, but. Because remember all that crap they went through just to get Andrew Luck, and then like he ended up like not really playing that long. It's terrible. Damn, wide open. The Kelsey touchdown, Kansas City. Jeez, that was kind of easy. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. That makes no sense though. Like Aaron Rodgers, I could never see him leaving Green Bay. That would make no sense for him.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Butker on for the PAT.
And the extra point is good.
By a total of 17-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it
Yeah, but that
away.
wasn't really his choice, right?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
I mean, it's one thing if they're just like, well, we don't
And
want you
ultimately,
back.
He stopped right where he would have been
Like,
if
nah,
he
we're
had simply
good.
gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably
But,
always feel
you know, I
like
can't see Green Bay being like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, you're kind of old. Like, you're not really performing that well anymore. Like, we're just going to go ahead and let you go. Like, I mean, that clearly doesn't make any sense because it's not like,
And he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Gotta have a little extra
you know, I guess we have yet, that's yet to be seen, right? I guess. I don't know.
Interceptions for him personally to this point. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's basically what Bill said. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
21 yards.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice. It's not like he decided, like, it was not like he really decided, right, to, well, I'm just going to leave. It was like, well, we don't want you back, so, like, go figure it out. You know, do you want to retire or do you want to go play somewhere else? So if you feel like you want to play and you feel like you got a point to prove. Allen throwing deep. What the hell was that? Threw in the double coverage. Trying to go to Diggs. Yeah, so I mean, it's a slightly different situation there, I'd say. Stafford, you know, honestly, like, for Stafford, though, I probably feel like he was just like, guys, like, what the hell are you doing here? It's like, how many head coaches have I been through? I mean, they literally have, like, no talent in Detroit anymore. I mean, I guess it's been a little while since they've had anything anyways, but 360, no scope for Allen, first down. They're going to call a timeout. Yep. All right, so Buffalo in scoring range now, at least for a field goal before the half. They've got 2 timeouts, 1 minute and 1 second left at the 24-yard line. So touchdown is possible here for sure. Oh, even with hurry-up offense, they've got approximately 3 plays they can run. Andy Reid is 66. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that dude, he's got to be thinking about retirement. Oh, nice play. Nice way to get out of bounds. Beasley, Whitey McWhitester. Look at him, man. Look at Beasley, 6 receptions, 74 yards. Dude's balling out. That's what I'm saying, especially with the way he is, with his weight, like with his size. And, you know, if he really likes cheeseburgers that much and doesn't go on a diet, then, yeah, he's not making it past 70, man. Like, you didn't know he was that old. Well, he's been in the league forever. He was probably in the league before you were born. I'm almost certain he was. Dude, he's been in the league for as long as you've been living, and then some. Allen trying to run. He's got 10-5 touchdown. Buffalo. Josh Allen makes up for the 2 fumble loss. Oh, he's dancing. Teach me how to Allen. Teach me how to Allen. Oh shit. He's doing the Allen. This guy, I don't know what he's doing. He lost control. He's like, I'm so excited.
Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
God, some of you won't even know that song. How old is that song? Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Geez, how many of you would even know that song? Like, I'm just trying to think, like, shit, I can't relate to you guys, like, quite a bit. I have to learn things from you guys to keep up with the younger generation of weirdos, of weirdo kids. I was telling Melinda about how the other day I was talking about that that Idiocracy movie, where I mentioned some quote for there or something. I was making some relation between something in life and that movie, and I realized that, like, oh yeah, that movie came out before pretty much everyone here was born. I'm like, it's so embarrassing sometimes. Not embarrassing, but it's kind of like just odd, because then you're just like, you think you're talking to people that will understand what the hell you're saying, but then you have to, like, explain the whole thing, because then you realize, oh yeah, that movie came out in '99. Like, that I graduated high school in '99. You guys weren't even born yet. for another 10 years. And it's very unlikely that most people, not that that means you could never have seen that movie in the past, but it's very unlikely that you would have seen that movie just because it's such a sort of dry, kind of like, not like one of those like, oh, you got to see this movie. I mean, you know, it's not some blockbuster movie that you're just like, oh, I have to see it. But then again, I think when I was young too, like, you know, The Brave Little Toaster, for example, how many of you have ever seen that movie as youngins? I mean, that wasn't like some blockbuster movie, but it's just one of those movies that once you see it one time, it kind of sticks with you forever, and you're just like, you always remember, oh, that movie was so cool, like, I like that movie.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot.
We were sitting, you know what, that's right, it was funny, we were sitting, when Melinda and I were sitting at B-Dubs yesterday, there was like, they had some cartoon kind of thing playing on one screen, and she goes, oh my god, look, she's like, it's The Brave Little Toaster. Oh wait, never mind. And what the hell, on a screenplay? Oh my god, he got out of bounds too. What the hell was that, Buffalo? She's on they had The Brave Little Toaster playing on one of these screens, and I'm like, really? She's like, it could have been, it looked like it. I'm like, no, it couldn't have. I'm like, why in the hell would they be playing that movie at a B-Dubs? I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, it was just some cartoon they had on because there were like kids there or something. There was someone's birthday party was being held there. That was just like the weirdest thing. I'm like, come on, The Brave Little Toaster. Like, why? That would be such the most random movie for them to have on at a B-Dubs. Mahomes throw again on that screen. Oh, but that one went nowhere. In fact, they lost yards. That may have taken them out of field goal range, possibly. But Chiefs got timeout, so they can still get 3 here, possibly. Tie game, 17 up. 30 seconds left in the half. Chiefs at Buffalo's 41-yard line. Second down and long.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Mahomes looking back. Throws. Caught. And a first down for Kansas City and a timeout. So back in the field goal range for Kansas City. So at the very least, you know, Kansas City will probably kick a field goal here at the least. So they've got enough time for like 1 play, really. Maybe 2. Maybe 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Middle of the field.
Oh, yeah, they may have enough time. Yeah, actually, they may not have enough time. Oh, they call a timeout. Oh, that would be interesting to see. Do they just kick a field goal here, or are they going to actually run a play? Because if they run a play and they don't get out of bounds, like, that's the end of the half. Like, they can't stop the clock. Hurry up offense is not fast enough to get another play off at this point. It's like automatic, like 20 seconds just for them to be able to. Oh my god, they're going for. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see what they do here. If it's not a touchdown, it's the end of the half. Most likely. Mahomes looking. He throws. Wow. Touchdown. Kansas City. Damn. Tyreek. That's a gutsy play, although EA doesn't realize it.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job.
That's actually bad for Buffalo because Kansas City gets the ball at the half. Buffalo had the ball first. So now they'll go into the second half down by a touchdown. Most likely. And they have to kick off.
Take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So we'll see. Will Buffalo just take a knee, or are they going to try to chuck this down the field? See what happens.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
I don't even know why you even... Really? You call a timeout? What are you doing? You gained 4 yards. Oh, hey, like, we're close.
They'll come out in a
really, Whitey.
Receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Overthrown, incomplete, and that ends the half. That's your play.
So we have reached
that's your play.
Touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
I need to get some food.
All
right, let me go grab something to eat real quick.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
I'll be back in a minute.
Welcome everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Cough, cough.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully
I'm surprised.
So, it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running
They just showed the same replay effectively twice right there.
And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I'm surprised they still have some of this jerky left because normally when I buy this stuff, it's like gone after 2 days.
The KC offense out of the
So they have like zero self-control, but at least I have something to snack on.
Off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you want to get
So I saw that they yesterday they mentioned that
See if they can disrupt it here.
Wilson's not getting fined by the NFL for the hit on
Ball the 30.
Mahomes.
They'll come up with a 2nd and
That's
5.
good.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Maybe inches.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Again, it's Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll get a couple yards yards on that one. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, so another draw. They're liking these draw plays right now.
He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Chester.
Sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep
Chester in a pot.
And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last
That's a wet-ass kitty. All right. Anyways, Mahomes throw, then maybe just shy of the first there.
And he'll go down
They give it
right
to
around
him.
the 47 this time. 5 catches for him in that first half. And that's
I mean,
number
technically it
6
is
we just
wet
saw.
ass,
Also
you know.
first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this.
Chester,
He's got
if
the
my
2
cat Chester was in a
touchdowns to his
pot,
credit. Now
most
they
likely
want
there's
to
water in
really
there,
pick
so,
up
you know.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes
Yeah, I have to get back to my, well, yeah, after eating all those freaking pizza rolls and taquitos yesterday, man. Like, I still have more left for today, so I'll have to make some for the actual games today, like I had originally intended yesterday. But I have, like, hardly any taquitos left. But, man, those taquitos are, like, spicy. I feel like that's what actually upset my stomach more than anything else was they got some kick to them, even though it says they're just beef. Like, there is something seriously, like, spicy. They sent it all out blitz. Oh, my God. That was such a bad idea. But, wow, they ended up stopping a huge gain there. But they sent everyone.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, Bills need to get a stop, man. Like,
Throw once more.
oh my God, that's not a stop though.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert.
Bills need a big stop right now. Like, they can't afford to go down by 2 touchdowns.
I didn't know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did.
At least I don't think.
And a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So I think the interesting thing about this game will end up being, like, you know, we saw how the Bills were able to contain Lamar Jackson. I mean, that I feel like is going to be that'll end up being a story as part of this game, is if they can manage to apply the same game plan they had with Baltimore. I mean, it's kind of similar when you think about it. Only, I mean, as far as like spying Mahomes, you know, you got to keep him contained, but then you obviously need to make sure that that may be picked off. That was the play that Buffalo needed, and there was a penalty, but I believe that was holding on the offense, so that'll be declined. Yes. So yeah, so that'll be declined. So the Bills get the ball now.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So that was the huge play that Buffalo needed to make sure that they didn't get too far behind in this game. But I feel like that's obviously the key for Buffalo, right? Is to contain Mahomes and then force him to try to make some mistakes. Yeah, obviously he's not Lamar Jackson in the sense that Mahomes is actually a quarterback. So, like, you know, that may be a taller task against Kansas City than it was against Baltimore. But I mean, that's kind of the general. That's gonna have to be the general game plan, though. Is just don't let Mahomes beat you with his feet. Make him have to throw, and then shut down their running game just like they did against Baltimore. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a pretty similar pattern a pretty similar game plan they've got defensively. I feel like because Baltimore's the receivers are about speed and like again it's about running. Oh, okay. For some reason I felt I was thinking she still had the ball. All right, so first down for Buffalo. So Buffalo on the move here.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down.
Oh my God, that was almost picked.
Picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
No, because Kansas City already has, they're already +2 in the turnover category. Well, actually, +1 now.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. To throw again, Allen.
Another short throw. A lot of their plays have been pretty short, actually. I feel like they've been relying a lot more on run after catch yards than they are. You know, you haven't really seen. You've seen a couple shots downfield, but nothing that has been successful for Buffalo currently. Like Diggs has barely been involved in this game. Beasley's been like the number one.
Looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Oh my God, that was like a sort of a screen, but then like one of the linemen got knocked down or something. Like what the hell?
And that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey.
I'm sure you got to change that in settings or something. I don't know. Like I feel like you can change that on the app, right? I don't use the app that often, so I don't really know. Like, so Buffalo forced the punt. Unfortunately for them. They need, I mean, again, that they had the big defensive play they needed to try to go back down and get some points, but it turned into nothing. So now, like, they got to do it again. So they're putting a lot of pressure on their defense. They have to make some big stops. So, I mean, Buffalo, if they're fortunate, they can get a 3-and-out here or something and get the ball back.
What do you think?
I mean, obviously, there's plenty of time left in this game for them to be able to tie it up if it comes down to that. But man, now it's it's 10 o'clock. That's white. That's white. That's right. It's 10 o'clock. So now it's time for my body to start getting cold. I swear to God, it's like the same time every day. Oh, Mahomes slides about 7 yards. I need to like start bringing a blanket up here with me when I stream in the mornings. Like, jeez, my feet are cold. I feel like the heat's on, but like by the time it blows in my direction, but by the time it gets to me, it's like cold. So I just feel like a cool breeze coming out of the vent instead of heat. And he gets a yard. All right, so will Buffalo be able to get a 3-and-out here? That would be big for their defense right now. It certainly would help them.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
I feel like this is going to be a read option.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that
one
out and made a really nice play.
Wow. I was really expecting a read option there. It looked like that kind of play. Because they had the blocker on the left.
But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, Mahomes.
Oh man, what a catch!
Left side by Robinson, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that.
You know, where's
Talk about
Trey at?
300-yard passing game.
You know,
To me,
that
300
bum.
yards still signifies excellence,
Did he fall
and he's
asleep?
achieved that in this
He's still
performance.
sleeping.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire.
Jeez, okay.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Play
Mahomes
action.
gonna throw.
Mahomes looking. Throws. Oh, he went for the pick behind him again. See, they need to stop doing that crap. Come on, EA. Get your crap together. No one's going for a pick like that. If anything, if it's in front of him, it makes sense. But, like, when the guy goes behind the receiver to try to make an interception, like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
And increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
They'll show it again, too, probably, right? Oh, no, they don't. Yeah, see, look. How's he going to go behind the guy trying to make an interception? This game has some mental issues. Either in that case, you swat the ball, or, you know, you're not going to get an interception behind the receiver. Because best case, it hits his hands.
Complete. The tight end Kelsey.
And gets deflected, or he obviously catches it. So that makes no sense.
Second and right at a yard.
This game's got issues,
That's
man.
now 4 completions
usual.
in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know
Yeah,
interceptions
Buffalo's
can
not helping
happen.
themselves here
So the big trick,
by
don't let
allowing
it
such a
affect
long
you going
drive.
forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get
And
that
now,
one
you know,
out of
obviously
the
Kansas
rotation,
City's at
give me
least
a
in
fresh
field goal
ball.
range, so I mean they can get some points out of this regardless. Unless, of course, Buffalo can manage another turnover.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
That's not a turnover.
That's complete. Right
Oh,
around the
man.
8. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on who I want to win this game now. Like, because, you know, I always cheer for, I'm always big on, like, the whole underdog situation. And so, like, the more I watch this game, the more I'm kind of like, I kind of hope Buffalo wins. Like, as much as I'm like, yeah, I can see Kansas City winning, but, like I kind of want Buffalo to win now.
Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Because if Green Bay wins, like, I feel like Buffalo can go toe-to-toe with Green Bay, no problem. Like, I feel like Buffalo's defense... Wow, touchdown. Like, I feel like Buffalo's defense couldn't handle Green Bay, but I don't know, like... But then Kansas City, I feel like scoring-wise, like, you know, they would say toe-to-toe with Green Bay just because of their offense.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the lead is up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. 17.
Man, I may need to, I need to, like, get out of some of these emails I keep getting about stocks. When I signed up, I went to some website because they were like, "Oh, there's this stock that we're going to tell you about that like has something to do with a certain kind of technology that like you should invest in now." And then they kind of go on, and then finally it's like, "Oh, well then all you got to do is you got to sign up for this thing where you pay like $50." And then we'll give you the information that we spent like the last 10 minutes talking to you about. It's like, no. I mean, they kind of go on and on about like, well, you know, like we're gonna have like this stock's gonna go up, and we have very good success at predicting like which stocks go up, or we have more to go up than they don't, and all this kind of stuff. But it's just like, dude, I don't know if that's worth $50.
We're trying to win a game.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And then they have like videos that you can watch, but then they won't let you skip forward.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and runs.
So like you don't know that you're getting you don't know that they're trying to suck you into paying money until you get to the end of the video. We're like, well, you know, just for Allen going deep, oh, wide open Diggs, the play that they needed, down to Kansas City's 31.
All the way down to the 31. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
If he wouldn't have had to jump for that. But see, it's kind of weird that he had made an adjustment to cut back outside for some reason, and that slowed him down enough to get tackled.
So the big play changes the complexion of things.
Like, he could have just ran forward for a touchdown. Oh, okay.
Now flags will come
There's
in.
a flag on the play.
The Bills got going a little early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
No gain.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, that was a 5-yard gain. Never mind. That was back to the original line of scrimmage. Duh. Forgot the false start. All right, so 2nd and long for Buffalo. Throws. Nice little. They're running some drag routes. Crossing route, whatever. All right, so 3rd and short-ish.
They get 6.
Again, Buffalo needs, you know, field goals don't help them here that much. I mean, they need touchdowns. They can't continue to get further behind. I mean, field goals help, but not really.
And they keep making the connection.
3rd and 4, throws. And Josh Allen turns it over again. Wow, that might be a pick 6, guys. Oh, but Josh Allen makes the pick 6 saving tackle. Wow, that was how was that overthrown that much or underthrown that much? I'm not really sure. Like how what? What? The guy wasn't even looking for the ball. Did you see that? He was just like jogging when the ball was thrown his direction. That makes no sense. Yeah, I want my money back. I want my money back.
They'll determine that on the sideline, but bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
You told me this is the most authentic NFL game. Well, there was nothing authentic about that.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Oh, there's a read option.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets
Oh my
the
God, how did he
stop.
not make that tackle?
And the stop
Come
here will
on.
come at the 38-yard
Wow.
line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Had it, but dropped it.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well,
There's 5 yards on the
that
play.
into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So yesterday I ended up
Last play
taking
on the completion got him half of what they
all these
needed.
cards. Geez, I got those last year in the mail, I think it was. Oh, he ran backwards, so that should not count. They shouldn't give him that much forward progress, right?
Gets it down to the
Yep.
32.
He only got a yard out of that
Defense holds
because he
him
ran
within a yard,
backwards.
and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One quarter remains here on a
All right, so
Sunday
Kansas
night.
City
You are watching
very
the
likely going for a
NFL
field goal here,
on EA
and
Sports.
very likely going to make it.
17.
So I believe they're still within. Oh, they're at the 32. I mean, it's hit or miss, but probably very likely that they make this field goal. But that makes it a 3-possession lead. So I mean, that's rough for Buffalo if they make this.
49-yard attempt.
The kick is up and it's
And
good.
this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Yeah, so this is gonna be rough for Buffalo to come back from. I feel like at this point.
Chiefs 34. Bills 17.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
You're a company man. That's hilarious. That's fun. I don't think I heard them say that before. That's pretty hilarious. You're a
After the field
company
goal,
man.
here's Butker to kick
He's
it
like, don't change
away.
the channel because you never know. A miracle could happen.
And this carries into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Oh,
He's got his man on the crossing
short by like
route.
inches, I think.
And
Oh
he's
no, yeah,
tackled
okay,
a yard
yard.
short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Decent
So
start
Buffalo has a
to the
lot of
drive,
work to
let's face
do
it. They need a lot
in
of
this
things to
quarter
go right in
if
a
they
short
want to
amount of time down
get back
the
into this
stretch.
game. I mean, obviously it starts with them scoring a touchdown or just getting some points. I mean, because regardless, they're going to have to score 3 times to get back into this game, and they've got 14 minutes left to do it.
2nd down. Allen.
Oh man, if Diggs would have broken it, that would give them huge hope right there.
But not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind?
So
With him
Diggs
running
having a
the
very
team, that he
quiet
could actually
100-yard
maybe
game.
write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance.
So Allen's turned the ball over 3 times. That's what's killed Buffalo. Now, will he do that IRL? Not likely. Could you have one? Maybe, but like 3 times? Probably not. Because some of them were those cheesy fumbles that he had that didn't make any sense when he ran the ball. And then one was that weird interception that made no sense because the guy wasn't even looking for the ball. So that I don't even know what the hell that was all about.
Second half. Here's 1st and 10.
So Kansas City's only rushing 3 guys. Don't fumble it again.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Really? Again? Come on, EA. What are you doing? Okay, EA is intentional. EA is extremely intentional in destroying this game. They've done a great job at it so far, so they figured, why not? Let's find a way to continue to ruin it.
This whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken.
Yeah, EA's now they're just trolling me at this point. So this game's already nullified by the absurdness of Josh Allen fumbling the ball 3 times and losing it 3 times, and then throwing an interception that made no sense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this
So
drive. And they have to be
if I had the time
good, comfortable 4th quarter lead as they
or the
take
patience,
over
I would be like,
from
reach them.
recovery. Here's
But
Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I think even a resend would be destroyed by EA logic.
Beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates.
EA
open
has
a
broken
sigh
the
of relief.
4th
Now
wall
we'll see if things can open up for him.
of stupidity.
Continue.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
So I get emails from like the stock place, like #1 stock of this generation. It's just like, but then it's like, oh yeah, but you have to, if you want to know what it is, read this report. To watch this video where I tell you like all this exciting stuff about this stock, but I don't tell you what company it is, and I don't tell you what stock it is, and then I want you to pay me money for me to tell you what it is.
This is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess.
And they always start out with like, oh well, you know, way back here, like we asked people to do this or that, and then it turned into like they try to convince you that this guy's gonna give you good advice, and then they ask you to pay money.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense.
So like he says, during the consumer robotics boom, he told them to get into a company called iRobot before it shot up 1,696%, turning every $2,500 invested into $44K.
Now a draw play. This is Bell.
And then he says, heck, he even recommended investors get into Bitcoin when it was sitting at $30 a coin before it exploded 65,400%, transforming every $2,500 into $1.6 million. Yeah, could you imagine that? What I would give, you know, this is kind of reminds me of a hot tub time machine. You know, if I go back in time and be like, hey, dumbass, invest in Bitcoin when it's sitting there. I started buying Bitcoin when it was at like $200, but I didn't like keep any of it. I used it for other stuff. And now I was like kind of kicking myself. Like, you imagine even if you invested at $200 and you bought like 5 Bitcoin, now it's like what, $10,000 a coin or 1,000, whatever the hell it is at this point. Like, you'd have money from it, of course. Like, you would have definitely made a profit regardless. I remember people on Facebook were laughing at me when Bitcoin started plummeting. And the value was dropping, and someone asked like, what should I invest in? And I said, you should invest in Bitcoin. And people laughed at me for saying that, but then it skyrocketed back up way past where it stopped before it plummeted. So it's like, okay, who's laughing now? Because you would have made a shit ton of money by listening to me. So
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a
But
third
cryptocurrency is very dicey, though. That's the thing. Cryptocurrency is very dicey when it comes to investing because you just don't know, like, it's hard to predict, like, it's hard to predict really if cryptocurrency is going to go anywhere. That's what makes it rough. Like Bitcoin, obviously at this point is the only sure thing, but you got like Bitcoin and Litecoin or like the, actually I don't even know if you can say Litecoin's the top two in the top two anymore, but like Bitcoin and Litecoin kind of went side by side. But then you've got all these other forms of currency that can be used for a variety of things, or their blockchains used for specific things or whatever that makes it useful. But I mean, I don't think you'll ever see anything like another Bitcoin again. You have a lot of different cryptocurrencies out there, but like some of them were created just because people were just trying to be funny. Like you have like Potcoin and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you have like weird crypto. You have like Titcoin, like it actually has like a picture of a boob on its currency or whatever. It's just like, really, like people just kind of did this stuff just to be funny to some extent because they could. But like you're not gonna have, I don't know how many you're gonna have that will actually be of any use.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right. All game long.
Yeah, I'm not even like I want to be excited about when a touchdown gets scored, but I can't because EA, like, this game was already ruined. This game already got ruined by Josh Allen fumbling and turning the ball over 3 times by fumbles alone and then throwing that interception. EA ruined this game. So it's not, this sim's not even valid at this point. It's just, it's lost all merit. So I can't be excited about this game right now, or the sim at least.
After about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice.
Josh Allen's not going to fumble 3 times in one game.
From the gun, Allen fighting Knox there, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker.
I mean, to some extent, the sim yesterday was ruined with.
It's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
With, remember, Brady had like 3 turnovers himself as well. 3 or 4. I mean, I find that very unlikely. I mean, it would be cool, but I find it very unlikely for that to happen. So that sim yesterday was also kind of like, because that helped Green Bay get their points.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen.
Good screen. He tried to cut back outside, got tackled because of it.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another.
I mean, the game's already over. I mean, there's no way they can come back from this at this point. There's not enough time. And the sim left for them to even come back, which was not possible.
Maxwell, no. Of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Bruh, what?
Allen will try again on 2nd down.
Oh, look.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Oh, wow, he didn't fumble this time. That's amazing.
5 and just shy of the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matched matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly
Hello,
right.
boy.
Now,
What are you
coaches
doing?
might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off. But another
How did he not
example
fumble?
there of just good
Right.
mobility.
Hi,
Line of
baby.
scrimmage
What are you
with
doing?
31
Come
now
here.
on 1st and 10.
There you go. There you go.
From the gun, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Yeah, sure, good
And
kitty.
taking it to the 15-yard
Max was a good
line
boy. He
before
just
he's
does,
brought
like,
down.
Annoying
Another
things
nice
sometimes,
gain,
though.
16 yards there at a first down again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago.
Like, he's like a little kid still. He has no regard for stuff. He will walk on top. He will walk over anything. Like if I have cards sitting on my desk, he doesn't care. He'll just step all over them.
15, it's 1st and 10.
He's kind of obnoxious like that. He just doesn't know. It's almost like I said. It's like having a kid.
Now they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards the pick.
No, no, you don't get none of that. No beef jerky for Maxwell.
Second
Your
down
kitty
from
does
the
that too.
8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Yeah, I don't get it. Chester doesn't do that. Maxwell's not. He's not exactly a kitten anymore. Oh my gosh! Down goes Allen. Down goes Allen. Chester doesn't do that, but Maxwell, you know, he's not a kitten anymore. But he still does. Like, he just doesn't care. He's just kind of big doofus. But he's adorable. He's freaking adorable, man. Like, this is like, of all the cats I've ever had in my entire life, which haven't been many, but of all the ones I've ever had, he is by far the cuddliest freaking cat. Like, he just knows where to sit. He just knows how to cuddle. He's a cuddler. He's a big fat teddy bear. I think maybe he's got teddy bear. He's got teddy bear in his genes somewhere. Part cat, part teddy bear. What the? Beasley wasn't even looking for the ball. He just like got hit in the hand with the football. He's like, "Oh, you were throwing to me? Why were you throwing to me, bro?"
An unexpected 4th down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
So, oh right, so.
Gotta have this one. And they will not be able to hook up
So
there. It's
Mercury, the planet Mercury, will be visible in the night sky this week.
So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
well.
it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right.
Mercury will be visible from now until January 28th, guys.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out.
So they say, let's see, look west-southwest about 30 minutes after sunset. So it should be visible to the naked eye. Like, you shouldn't need a telescope or anything to see it. So look southwest about 30 minutes after sunset. You'll see it shine brightly just above the horizon. Mercury is overrated. Well, I mean, but it's very rare that you... This year's going to be crazy. There's a lot of different things going on this year. I think I actually posted it in Discord not too long ago. There's a lot of crazy, like, planet, the moon, like, there's, like, a certain, like, types of, a certain, like, couple of types of eclipses that are supposed to happen this year or something like that. Like, something crazy like that. There's a lot of, just sky stuff happening.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation.
So let's see.
Right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him.
So on February 11th, there's going to be the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. It says the both planets will appear close together in the sky just before sunrise. April 27th, we're supposed to have a full supermoon. It says the moon will be near its closest approach to Earth, making it appear brighter and larger than usual. Then on May 26th, there will be a blood moon, total lunar eclipse.
They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
but it says it'll be visible across parts of Western North America. So like, I'm assuming that we won't actually see it, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know. Obviously, it must be a timing thing or something. It says the moon will appear red as it disappears in the Earth's shadow. And then August 12th and 13th is we're supposed to have Parasite meteor showers. August 19th, Jupiter at opposition. So it will be at its closest approach to Earth, allowing to see its 4 largest moons with a pair of binoculars. And then November 19th, there's supposed to be a partial lunar eclipse. So those are some of the events expected to occur this year related to you know, stuff. For anyone who's into that kind of thing, I always feel like I'm into it, but then when it comes around, I'm just like I'm like, oops, I forgot. Like I need to set an alarm or something to remember.
Or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing
the planet Mercury is the home for Super Bowl 56, according to Ian Rappaport. NASA and the NFL are working closely to make sure everything goes well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of
they should put it on Mars. Actually, you know what? They should put it on Uranus.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks.
So you refer to Uranus? Is it? Should you say on Uranus or in Uranus? oh my gosh! They downed it at the 1. Damn.
Call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better. As they
on Uranus, there's kids watching.
Put this one behind them.
That doesn't. No, yeah, but remember, my stream's not made for kids, so.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively.
That's why we have to pick those ratings now. Every time we create a video on YouTube, you got to choose whether or not it's made for kids. If it's not made for kids, then it's not openly advertised in theory to people who are watching who are under the age of like
the pass to Brown as he hauls it in.
Like 13 or something like that.
They get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And there's no point. All of this is like just ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line.
Can I see your ID?
Throwing again. Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't call another timeout. Now they call another timeout. They waited like 20 seconds to call a timeout. If you're trying to do something with this ball here. Alanitis is a WAP? Wow. Or WAP? WAP?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this
I just like to say
half.
WAP
Here's
even though she
first
says
and
WAP.
10. Again,
WAP.
they'll throw with Allen.
Like Fetty WAP, Fetty WAP.
Onside caught by Diggs.
Who remembers that guy? Where did he
To the
go?
25
He just
before it's
disappeared
all
into
said
the
and
abyss
done.
of
The Bills are gonna go
artists
ahead
that
and
had
use their final timeout as the
hit
clock will
singles
stop with an even
for like
20
2 weeks.
seconds left to go.
and then just disappear into obscurity. I remember that 679 song, Fetty Wap had like a lot of people were concerned because he had like supposedly, I guess they talked to him too about it, I guess.
Here's Allen on first
At the beginning of that 679 song, there's a part where it sounds like he says, "I'm a devil worshiper."
It's so close.
And they're
He
like,
gets it
no,
to
just because of the things that we're saying.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Because of some of the things they were saying at the beginning, it just kind of like made it sound like that was being said. But like if you actually listen closely at the beginning of the song, it does sound like he's saying, "I'm a devil worshiper." And it's just like, what the hell? Like that is like the creepiest thing. And they were like, no, that's not what we said. But I mean, it sounds how it sounds. I mean,
Allen to throw once more.
wow, Buffalo scored a touchdown.
Touchdown.
This is all pointless. I know. That's why I said that. I mean, they might as well just take knees. I mean, it makes the score look a little bit better. But, again, EA ruined the sim with all the fumbles by Allen. Allen fumbled the ball 4 times. And also threw an interception. So, in all, he turned the ball over 5 times by himself.
I agree with you totally on that one.
That makes no sense. Like, that's not going to happen. So, I mean...
So Allen breaks
And you're
the
going
ball.
for 2.
These guys will go for 2 here.
Let's go for 2. We got 11 seconds left. We're only down by like 50. And that's kind of dumb. Like, then we're going to run it. We're down by 18. We got 11 seconds left. Let's go for 2. Because, you know, we'll totally get onside kicks. And then one play, one tick off the clock scores. If they onside this, they probably will. They're going to try to onside this. I just know it. Ow. My neck. Yeah, I want steak and eggs right now. I'm going to go downstairs after this. I'm going to... Yeah, scramble up some eggs, make some steak.
After the
Yum,
touchdown,
yum. Nope, they're
pass to
just
kick
kicking
it
it off.
away.
Really? So you went for 2, but you're not going to go for a freaking onside kick?
Taking it
Really?
back to 1.
I mean, look, I thought you were trying to win this game still. I thought you were still in it, Buffalo.
27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now they just take the knee, obviously.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.
Hey, why is the guy on the Buffalo sideline wearing Chiefs colors?
Clicking on offense.
He's the infiltrator.
Feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up.
He was their Trojan horse.
Really good. They're moving the ball, and things are working.
He was communicating their plays to Chiefs sideline. What's your score? I don't get into that, dude. I don't do any of that. It's pointless.
Do anything wrong, whatever you call, run, pass, it's all
Again, EA coders do not understand simulation football. Everything is just ordered. Well, they just don't. They don't understand clock management. I'll tell you that much. That is one thing simulations do not have any intelligence with in this game. No clock management whatsoever. Don't bully me. I'll bully you all I want.
So
What?
that'll
What?
do it.
I'm
For my
like I'm
partner,
shoving you.
Charles
You just can't
Davis,
see
and
it.
The best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation.
439 passing yards.
EA Sports.
I mean, you can see a score like this, but again, like this whole sim was just screwed up by
From Arrowhead.
Allen's you know, fake fumbles and stuff like that. So, I mean, look at Mahomes with 5 touchdowns. I don't know about that. I don't know if he's going to throw 5 touchdown passes. 87% completion? Sure, possible. But 5 touchdowns? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think 41-23 is very realistic. Not given this simulation. I mean, it took a lot for it to go that way, but Josh Allen had to turn the ball over 5 times by himself for that to happen. So I don't feel like that's possible. I feel like it'll be closer. I feel like Buffalo has a good enough defense to hold them. I don't think it's going to get that out of control. The only way it would end up that way is if Buffalo's offense can't really do much of anything. And the issue in this game wasn't really Buffalo's offense. It was just that Allen had fumbled the ball 4 times and turned it over once. So, like, 5 turnovers by Josh Allen ruined the whole sim. Because he's not going to turn the ball over 5 times by himself in the actual game. So, yeah, will we have 1 turnover? Maybe. But not 5. So, yeah. All right, guys. So that is the sim for today. Again, it's hard to put any faith into this sim or even the one we saw yesterday because of the quarterback turnovers just being absurd. I don't feel like in any other sim that we've done this season that we've had any quarterback turn the ball over that many times, like, ever. So I don't know, like, what happened, but something changed, I feel like, now where the quarterbacks just seem to turn the ball over a lot. Why does Whitey beating the living fluff out of Baker, then walks off, what, like an innocent bystander? Wow, okay. All right, anyway, so thank you guys for everyone who stopped by today. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, everyone, for your continued support. I should be streaming tomorrow evening. I go back to work tomorrow, so that's not going to be fun, but I should be streaming tomorrow. We'll probably pick it up with the remainder of the YCW tournament that we had for the COVID-19 championship belt. So I think we've got like maybe 3 or 4 sims left or something for that in that tournament. So we should be crowning a new champion tomorrow night. So thank you again, everyone, and until next time, guys, bye-bye. You know what, EA, sorry to interrupt closing time, but EA, they asked a question at the end. It said, did you have fun in your last match? I chose no.